Good morning. Oh man, it's chilly. Finally. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about our nutrition plan and why it is important to follow it the way it's laid out. Plus I want to share with you a lot of your options. So the one thing that you need to know is that I understand that this is a challenge, especially if you have not been eating all of the food that your body needs in order to function properly. I was the same way. I was doing all these workouts, but I wasn't eating enough of the right foods. I definitely wasn't eating enough calories, and I wasn't losing weight. And so, when you go from eating 900 to 1100, 1200 calories a day to eating 15, 18, sometimes 2500 calories a day, it can be like this total mental block. Because for some of you, if you're not exercising or you're exercising 30 minutes a day, you're still, depending on your weight, you might be eating at a higher calorie bracket, okay? This is why. So the more weight you have to lose, the more fuel your body requires for energy, all right? Because it takes you more to move. So I want you to look at it as a blessing and not a curse. I want you to look at it as a way to say, you know what? I've been starving myself. I've been dieting. I've been telling myself I can't have this, or this. And instead, look at all the food you get to eat. Change your mindset. I get to eat all of this food. So as you're transitioning into your meal plan, if you have to eat at a higher calorie range, I highly recommend, because I do this as well, load up your shake. All right. Do a couple scoops of greens, do a purple, do 2 proteins, do a healthy carb, do a healthy fat. If you're struggling by the end of the day and you have all these containers left over, you've got to find a way to get them in. You will not lose weight if you don't eat all the food. I'm going to say it again. You will not lose weight if you do not eat all of the food. You just won't, because your body's in starvation mode. If you do not give your body the calories she requires, what happens is she thinks you're hungry. So she goes into your fat stores that are already in your body and she starts to reproduce them to make sure that you have enough energy to make it through your day. So at 3:30, when you feel like you're hungry or you need a sugar boost, that's not really the truth. You need good, healthy fuel. Sometimes you need water. Sometimes you need to go outside and walk around the block. So here is the shift that we really need to start making. Because for some of you, you're saying, well, I can't eat sugar. I'm not eating this. And for some of you, you're like, I'm only eating sugar. I'm not eating enough food. For other people, you're just like eating all of the food. I really want you to learn to be in touch with your body. And say in the moment, okay, Lord, am I really hungry, or do I need water? Do I need to remove the distraction? Am I thinking about food more than I'm thinking about you? Am I thinking about my 3:30 sugar fix instead of saying, okay, Lord, do I just need to go outside and get a breath of fresh air? Do I need to drink some water? So this is the hard mental shift, because I want you to be eating all of the food in your calorie bracket. I don't want you to become obsessed with your meal plan, but I also want to make sure you're getting all of the food. So we've got to find that gentle balance of fueling properly, working through the mindset, and staying in prayer. Okay, Lord, I know you're the only thing that's going to sustain me, but right now, the way I need to be sustained is to break the mental block that has caused me to think exercise more, eat less, because that is not always the case. Okay. And don't think I don't struggle with this. I do. I have been living in a deficit for a very long time. I'm 5 pounds away from my goal weight. Okay. I was eating in plan A, trying to eat in plan A. It didn't really work. So if you're new to us, if you have a lot of weight to lose, I want you to trust the process of your meal plan and eat all the food. If you are within 5 to 10 pounds of your weight loss goal, this is what I want you to contemplate with me, okay? So, this is just kind of where I'm at with my prayer life and letting God lead my journey and all of these things. So I'm just going to talk you through some things, so just bear with me. If you live in a deficit for too long, you will plateau. Sometimes your body needs a good, healthy dose of calories in order to reignite that metabolism. So I've been eating at a deficit, which I fall in plan B, and then I drop to plan A. I don't like plan A. When people are like, oh, I get to eat so much food in plan A, I'm like, no, you don't. That's like the worst bracket that there is, because you don't get to eat any food. Right now, I'm working my way up to eating in plan D. Okay, so going from plan B, then to plan A, then to plan D, like I'm having to retrain my body. But now that I'm 3 days into feeding my body more food, she's like, yeah, give me all the nutrients. So don't think that I don't understand the struggle. All right, I am starting to eat in maintenance. Now, here is something else I want you to think about. If you are doing workouts, really heavy workouts, or you're doubling up workouts one day, and let's say you fall in plan C for maintenance, but plan B for weight loss, you can eat between the two. If you haven't seen the scale drop in quite a while and you're following your meal plan already as it is, okay, you might need more food. So on the days you're doubling up workouts, or maybe you're getting in that 10,000 calories and you just feel ravenous, you've drank your water, you've rested, like you've eaten your regular meal plan, but you just feel hungry, eat a little more food. Add a red, add a green. Listen to your body. Okay, Lord, do I need some more protein today? Do I need some more water? Tell me the thing that I need. He will tell you. Ask the question. Believe he's going to tell you. He's going to tell you. All right. But here's the thing. If you've not committed to your meal plan, if you haven't gone in for 30 days to trust the process, I want you to ignore all of this, and I just want you to eat the freaking meal plan that I've given you, okay? Trust the process. You are here because what you have done has not worked. I need you to trust me that this will work for you. Okay, I know that because I have had my hormones now balanced, I'm getting my thyroid in check. I know that that is helping with my weight loss. I know that that is. I also know that making intentional time to rest is helping. I also know that leaning into my meal plan and eating more food is helping. I know that pushing myself in my workout is helping. So if you've been doing the same workout for a long time and you're lifting the same weights, maybe you need to increase your weight. Maybe you need a longer workout. Maybe you need to add a walk to your workout. If you find yourself in a spot where you're plateauing, you need to ask yourself a couple of questions. One, am I following the meal plan as it's laid out? That meme I shared a couple weeks ago, or whatever he said, just really stuck with me. If there are 7 days in the week, and you're following your meal plan 5 days out of the week, that's a 71%. That is a C average. If you are living a C average life in your meal plan, you're going to receive C average results. Think about that. If you're not going all in your workouts and working to increase your weight, hold please. This puppy is on the next level today. So, I don't remember what I was saying. If you have not committed fully to your meal plan, that is the first place to start. Have I committed? Have I given 30 days to go in and trust the process? I can tell if you have or haven't. If you've been with me a couple of weeks and you're like, I just haven't seen the scale move, I'm going to tell you that you're not eating all the food. That's going to be my very first question. April joined us, oh my gosh, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 months ago at this point. And the first 2 months of her life, like it was crazy. She had all her stuff, but she didn't go all in. She didn't really make a shake, maybe a couple. She didn't do a workout. She wasn't leaning into her meal plan. Her life was just chaotic. So she finally, probably about a month ago at this point, started leaning into her meal plan. She wasn't ready to implement exercise yet. She was really wanting to get the nutrition down. She's lost now 13 pounds in the last month. So don't tell me it doesn't work. She's following the meal plan as it's laid out. Okay. Trust the process. She's only recently started to incorporate a couple of exercises a week. So it's not exercise that's going to get you to your weight loss. I don't care how many hours a week you exercise. If you do not eat enough food, you are never going to see the scale move in the way that you want to see the scale move. I need you to trust me here. All right? Notifications. So I want you to think, if you are doing a meal plan, if you've been eating in deficit for a really long time and you're finding yourself kind of lulled in your fitness goals or you're lulled in your motivation, I want you to bump up a meal plan or bump up to maintenance. So what I had done, I know that this is very advanced, but I want to make sure I'm covering everyone in the group, not just new people. If you're new, I want you to lean into the program. Trust me for 30 days, go all in. But if you have been with me for a long time and you're starting to see some things slow down a little bit in your weight loss, I want you to consider bumping to maintenance. All right. So when I started really looking and praying over my goals, God really just told me, get in your accountability group. So on Facebook, there is a group specifically for Ultimate Portion Fix. So if you want to join that group, you just share your order number and they will add you to the group. Okay. So I got in there and I had just finished 2 rounds of the work, which is a really advanced program. And I was hungry all the time, but it had me in plan A for my goals. All right. So I posed the question, when I did the calculation, if I was going to go, I wanted to drop 2 to 3 more pounds before I went into maintenance. I wanted to get to 163 pounds and then I was going to start eating in maintenance. But when I started doing the calculation where I was at that time at 168 pounds, when I did my maintenance calculation, I still fell in the same plan. So what that said to me was, I can basically eat anywhere from plan A to plan C, still be in a deficit and still lose weight. So at that point, I get to listen to my body and let her decide prayerfully what I need. So some days, if I didn't exercise a lot, or if I just had like a rest day and did like the joint mobility and chop wood, carry water, but maybe went for a walk, maybe I wasn't as hungry that day. So I could eat in plan A, or maybe plan between plan A and B. All right. But on some days where I was doing 6 weeks of the work and I was burning 500, 600 calories during a workout, plus going for a walk, I was ravenous. So I could eat in plan B or plan C. Does that make sense? So really learning to listen to your body. If you're staying in a deficit, you're going to see the scale drop. You don't need to be in an extreme deficit, and stop relying on this thing to determine what you eat a day, because this is a tool. Just like exercise, it is a tool. This does not measure all of the other things for a female that you deal with on a day-to-day basis. I don't care if it's tracking your sleep, it's tracking your water. I don't care. It's a tool. It's not the end-all be-all of what your body is actually doing, okay? So I really want us, as I start to talk about like prayerfully connecting with the good Lord and letting Him determine the things you're going to eat, these are the kinds of things I want you to think about. Again, I'm talking to people who have been here for a while, not new people. Now, I'm not to say that this isn't going to apply to new people. I'm just saying at this point, as a new person, I don't want you really messing around with this within your first 30 to 60 days. I want you to stay true to the meal plan as you start to see results. As you get within 5 to 10 pounds of your goal weight, we will start to talk about these things, but not until then. Okay, that's a good rule of thumb. Because even as you start to eat in maintenance, you are still going to shed fat. Cool, huh? So now that I've dropped to 165, I'm not really focused on weight loss right now. I know that if I lean in, trust the process, do as best as I can in my workouts, that I am going to see the scale move. But I really want to focus on how my clothes feel, how I feel, and really learning to listen to my body when she's hungry. So there are a lot of different options that you can follow with your meal plan. I know I've been starting everyone on Ultimate Portion Fix. You do have another option, but a lot of times what I find is that unless you're a volume eater, it's not going to work for you. Most people in this group are not volume eaters. Most of you have a hard time wanting to, not like everybody wants to eat in plan A. Like you don't get to pick your meal plan. So if I put you in a plate it method and you're not piling your plate high with things, it's not going to work for you. So I want you to trust me. The Ultimate Portion Fix is the place that you need to be, but there are a couple different options for you. So you can just do functional Ultimate Portion Fix. You can just do like the basic plan. You create your meals by color code. Just make sure that unless you're in a higher calorie bracket, you're not eating a ton of the portions at the same time, because your body can only absorb a certain amount of nutrients. Anything, just like a vitamin, anything it doesn't use, it stores as fat for later. Again, those fat cells, okay? So in Ultimate Portion Fix, I want to make sure that you are watching the videos. There are lessons in there for you. Take advantage of all of the value that is in this platform, because there is everything in here that will help you reach the goals that you set out to reach for your brain, your body, your belly, and your heart, okay? You have everything you need in here. We want to train this muscle. So in Ultimate Portion Fix, there are different things that you can follow. I live my life by timed nutrition. So if you're in Ultimate Portion Fix, there's a video on timed nutrition, why you eat that way. It's more for athletic training. In the program materials, you can go pick your bracket and see how that looks. The reason I eat timed nutrition is I don't want to have to come up with my meals every day. So in there, it blocks it out. I know every morning in Plan D, I'm going to have a veggie, a fruit, a carb, a protein, and a teaspoon. So I can easily go in and log that in the morning. Then after my workout, I'm going to have my Recover Shake and my fruit. And then I'm going to have another yellow, a red, and a green. Okay? And then she blocks it out for you so you can see everything that you need to eat at different times of the day. The work is done. Also in there are meal plans for veggie lovers, for beginners, for beef or meat and potatoes people, for quick recipes, things like that. There are weekly meal plans done for you. Plus, I also provide them in the BOD group. And if you go to the files section in the BOD group, there are a ton of recipes in there. Weekly meal plans, grocery list, it's already done for you. You don't have to recreate the wheel. You just have to put everything in your grocery cart and go pick it up and cook it. Cool, huh? Yeah, I'm giving you everything that you need. So there's also some options for intermittent fasting in there. If intermittent fasting is something that you have wanted to explore or dabble in, there are meal plans in there for you that are created. So you can also check that out. You really have a lot of options as far as creating your meals goes. But if you are like me and you just want someone to do it for you, it is created in there for you within Ultimate Portion Fix. But please make sure you're watching the videos. Please make sure you're reaching out with any and all questions. Make sure you are watching your teaspoons. Healthy fat is a quick and easy way to go over your calorie bracket. I am guilty of this, okay? Peanut butter is not a huge spoonful. No, it's protein. No, it's not. It's a healthy fat, 1 teaspoon at a time, all right? That goes with olive oil, coconut oil, any kind of nut butter, avocado. Like there's different measurements in there. The avocado is not a teaspoon. Don't freak out. So make sure you know your meal plan. Make sure you're asking questions if you don't feel confident in it. There's a lot of information. It takes time to figure all of this out, okay? I have not even began to dabble in half of it, and I have been in it a long time. There's always something new to learn. You are not alone. I also want to encourage you, if you're making something delicious, I know Kelly said she made shrimp and grits during our one-on-one yesterday. Share your pictures of your food, share your recipes. Her husband was super duper excited about it. Share hubby reviews, share kids reviews, share your reviews. Make sure that you are telling us all of the things that are working for you, okay? We are here for you. Make sure that you are using this group and getting the value that you invested into your family and into your future. So there's a lot there. I realize that. I really want to encourage you to just ask God to give you the strength you need to trust this process, lean into the meal plan, enjoy eating all the food, try some of the desserts if that's your thing. I love trying some of these new desserts. I've always said, I'm not a baker. Now I'm like, I love to bake. I love to make healthy things for my husband when he comes home. When he's like, hey, you got any avocado brownies left? I'm like, well, yes, I do, matter of fact. So find joy in the trying of new things, okay? Remove the mentality that I don't like to bake, I don't like to cook, I don't like to food prep, I don't like to grocery shop. Remove it from your head, okay? Replace it with good thoughts, positive thoughts. I get to, okay? Complete and total mindset shift. So thank you for letting me ramble on. I know that was a lot of information. Again, holler with questions. I am here for you, wishing you many blessings, and we'll talk soon.